Greetings, my friends. This is Gilles Mancillon. I am called to return on this Sunday to wish you a good weekend and a happy week coming. For and we're really going through like the next few months, next couple of months are going to be very everything's going to be very transformational. We have to get ready for 2024, and what we seek is actually depending on how we are now and how we are able to move towards whatever we're seeking. Is the state of homeostasis, the state of samadhi, the fact that we're completely content. And even if we don't have that all the time, we always have those little moments where we feel like a situation, nothing can be improved upon it. It's completely satisfying. And so eventually we want to achieve this multi-dimensional connection to our higher self, to be in nirvana. And and once we achieve that in one lifetime, for we had many hundreds of past lives in reality in this world, and it's very tempting to believe that we may want to plan a perfect life with no traumas, with no some challenges maybe, but no karma and no traumas. Yet it is we. Even if we're tempted to do that, maybe we will, maybe we won't, but just because the whole process we've been through, it's been quite chaotic on many levels, and but as we move into the reality of the new earth, the paradise connection to what we realize is that that the presence of God is the most precious thing about that, and for it's but because we can ascend into the universe, into the state of samadhi even without becoming aware of the presence of the creator. We can believe, some people ascend in believing that there is no, creator is not a person, is just an impersonal force that's for the universe. But eventually we do have to recognize it. No one lives in heaven unaware that God is the provider of all reality, of the love, because eternal life in the eternal planes is far more, there is this consciousness, well, it depends on the astral plane. They can be lower frequencies, but of the consciousness of the presence of God that makes this amazing experience. And all the key for now, right now, is to eliminate all the fear, to realize it is not just a stage and you are guided, you are the conductor of the play, of your own play. And the more we become see this presence of God, once we realize it is omnipresence, even if we forget about it, we can return to it 60 times a day. We can just remember, for it's like every memory, every thought, every word, every action has been recorded in this great holographic library called the Akash. And then there is angels that are recording angels that records everything, and then the great cosmic consciousness, they don't even need those things to know, to remember all things. For all things is like the higher consciousness. God doesn't need anyone to remind him of anything. He knows all about all, and he's got this but and this and we want to cultivate the connection, the relationship with our Father in heaven, with the Creator, of Allah, with the one that is all, regardless on how we perceive it. And because we do need to shift at some points our point of presence into the creation, to assist the world, to get involved in enterprises and do all those things. It is a model of expansion that's been chosen for this planet, the knowledge of good and evil. For it will come from Lyra originally. The founders, the Lyrians, they were geneticists, and they implanted all of those many civilizations throughout all the galactic minor sector. And then there is the vegan from Vega. They had this model of pure return to the source, which is the Buddhist model of Tibetan Buddhism, and it's very influenced by the vegan model. And then there's the Arcturian model that on Arcturus, there's always been balance between the inner and the outer. This is what we seek, is balance it out. But we do have to produce something to get something in a magnetic universe. And there is source within all living matter. It's the constant direction of growing and evolving into a better version of itself. And what we when we the highest moment to receive, of course, is meditation. When we've been meditating, we've been breathing and relaxing for a while, or when we wake up in the morning, or right before we go to sleep at night, when we're very peaceful, when our mind is calm, is really the time where we can receive information that confirm that we are worthy of forgiveness, we are worthy of creating the rewards that we seek. And what we need is to keep an open heart and be sensitive to what is coming, making to be as wise as possible in relationship to handling whatever comes from within or without, of course. A ritual and ceremonies are very important, but they have to come from the heart once again. It's like even the tools that we use. People use tools, spiritual tools, but they're just tools. If like we have a toolbox, we have to use it. Is we use the tools that makes the work progress. It's not the tools themselves. I say crystals. If you leave it in a drawer, it's not gonna activate you all that much. But we don't want also to understand the power of each tool. A tool is something that the spiritual tool that provides us the way to get to the next step, to the next step, to the next step. And right now, there's huge steps that are being made. So we're given this time for integration and preparation. But the tools are just tools, and it's like with crystals and incense and candles and all that. So or spiritual talisman, they can protect you, but it's like it's still up to your thoughts, your words, and your deeds. It's like, of course, there's spiritual protection and angels and so on that constantly interplay with. But we do not want to be superstitious and to see what is real, what makes sense, what's the natural law, to understand how things work. And it is love that makes the connection possible. For love unified, fear separates. And so all the separation are illusions. It's part of this world of illusion. All the separation, time and space, are separated. They're like gifts from paradise to create this separation, to create this illusion, so we can have this experience, because we could have not have it if that was not part of the creator's plan. And so it's like, and love unified. So it's like it's very important to know that because they do not they do not know love, those who control the narrative of the program. So they use fear, and they will continue to promote completely crazy agendas, absurd agendas. And so our mission is to find order within this chaos that they've created. Well, I hope you're well. I'm going to pull a few cards. Did I pull some cards with this already? No, I don't think so. The observer is the thinker. Is to have plans, very specific plans. What do you want? How do you enrich this life design of yours? The highest wisdom is the balance, the equitable being, to be fair, to be transparent, to be gentle, to be justice doesn't take position. It is fair. It is center. It is. What we need to understand is why. There's all kinds of things that will come into the clarity of the situation will come. I just continue to ask the right question, continue to ask the right question, and the answers will come. And what we need to do is here and now, to be in the present and the presence as much as possible, and because from the present everything is defined, and the outcome is the time of the nap. We're going to be able to rest, we're going to be able to regenerate, we're going to be able to prepare, because there's so much work in the new phase that is coming. So but we're worthy of this forgiveness, we're worthy of the rewards. We want to continue to elevate our mind and create the connections. So but the results come as a result of good thoughts, good words, good deeds, and transformation of our behaviors. All is done to achieve balance. For the fifth day is a state of resolution, a multidimensional consciousness, a resolution of the internal process. Yes, it is not the end, it is an end, but every end there is a new, better reality. God is just this constant recreation of reality. It's just because the plans are eternal, we see we have a very limited view on what is going on, because we do not have this full consciousness of all this eternal process. For personally, I've been revealed about on this planet about 15 incarnations. I've been revealed my point of origin. That's what was most precious information for me. And a long time ago, I was revealed my point of entry into this universe as star being. And but on this planet, I have had about 15 spiritual incarnation, 15 incarnation. We all had hundreds of incarnation, but those 15 ones were really important for me. And I realized I draw more strength from that than none of the trauma associated with those lives, because at some point in my long cycle of incarnation, I was a spiritual leader, and I achieved enlightenment, I achieved ascension. But I chose my love for truth. When we achieve ascension, we eliminate completely from our consciousness all that is impure, in order to move into the total purity. But the truth, eventually, the truth we come to realize once we get there, that the truth encompasses pure and impure. It encompasses the low and the high. It is all inclusive. And so I decided to return into the samsara, to have a new cycle. But I was somewhat privileged. I was living in those lives that have been revealed, powerful impact upon history. And so when you have a lot of power, you create some karma, and now we're at the end point. And so it's like, regardless of all we all come from a unique point originally, and we all had unique paths of incarnation. What you want is to come to terms with all that is, to accept that God can unify that into a glorified whole at the end of the process. And so but all is in our hands, and it depends on our choice to allow the natural process to unfold with the least possible external interference, to follow the heart, to be the heart, to be the love, and to have no fear. For wisdom is not about having all the, well, sometimes it is about intel informations that can come from outside, or even in spirituality, the great book of wisdom, the great religious book, or the philosophical book, or messages that we receive through the internet, or wherever. It can come from a tree, it can come from an animal, it can come from any other human. True wisdom, there was the philosopher named, I think it was Pascal, who was a French philosopher from the 17th century, who thought that, no, it was Descartes actually, 18th century philosopher, who thought that you could gain as much wisdom from anyone in any country than in all the great library, because there was this presence of the life of God in all time and all spaces, so we can always return to it. It's go to this, including the idea that God is watching, that God is there as a loving father, as a loving mother, as a loving source, creator. And so in this, so it's like there is certain value in remembering your past life. Let me know in the comments if you had any insight into really revelation. For me, I had many lives in Egypt. Those were the first one that self-realized, and only I've been revealed 3 lives as women, 12 as men. After that, there is maybe other ones that I haven't been revealed yet, but so it's like yeah, because we all always choose to return to these earth planes, because we want to experience the full range of human experience, the high and the lows, to know all things, because it is part of the of this great process of the universal development, and truth is all inclusive. But we do want to move into we do want to continue to cultivate both our inclusivity and our exclusivity. The more inclusive we are, the more we become singular in terms of personality. We become exclusive in the whole of reality. Yet we all an indispensable part of that whole. But for the world, is always looking for exclusivity, brand, like exclusive luxury brand, or celebrity, the cult of the personality, or exclusive events where nobody is. So if you cannot go, then everybody wants to go. So it's okay to play that game a little bit. It's part of the program. But it's also to be inclusive, to the more inclusive, because the inclusivity is like the great whole of God is so magnificent, it's so beyond anything that can be conceived. So this unity is gradual and progressive. We have to accept it, to move into that gradually and progressively. And even so, we as a universal consciousness, then there is the individual and the collective. So it's and understanding the whole is eternally perfect, infinitely perfect for the service of all that is. But within this great whole, there is sensitive parts that are very vulnerable, that are evolving, growing through pain. For the creating a civilization, the art of civilization is a messy business. It's brutal. It takes millenniums and millenniums before human consciousness can align into something that's really an art of living. Right now, it is the jungle. It is the law of the jungle a little bit on the earth. It's like all kinds of cabals and mafias. It's like they all have their own sector, like the banking and the pharmaceutical and the political and the financial. And it's like, but within all things, there is a presence of light and darkness. If we, depending on how we position ourselves, we are shifted towards people that are towards the light or so towards the darkness, because this program was dominated by the darkness for a very long time. Yet there is the presence of light within all things, and the thing is like it's really easy to see, because as people awaken, all of that will vanish, because it's like what they say, what they say, what they think, and what they do is so different. It has nothing to do. It's like Immanuel Kant, the philosopher, was talking about the for him, transcendental means completely dissociated. So he says that publicity is a transcendental power, is dissociated from the real fact. And so, and Plato always said that narrative, whoever controls the narrative controls the story. So it's like you, none of that could work. Propaganda or publicity could not work in an awakened society, because it affects the subconscious, and people get dominated by their core beliefs. But when we become awakened, we no longer have a subconscious. All the subconscious becomes conscious, and then we see through all that. We have to return to Caesar what belongs to Caesar, and return to the Creator what needs to return to the Creator, which is sacred, which is that is to be respected. All that is, there is a sacred part within ourselves that needs to be honored and respected, and within all being actually. And for God is always about recreating from potential into actual new reality, better reality, regardless of the fact that within the deep state will continue to push their absurd program for a little while. For right now, what we seek is to move into this paradise life and to be connected to that presence of God, and to understand that through the process of time, civilization have evolved, human consciousness has evolved. So it's like from darkness emerge into the light, from ignorance comes into lucidity. But if we seek knowledge, we cannot find it within ignorance. We have to find it within knowledge. It's like if you have a problem, just find somebody who has the information, who has the technique, the tools, whatever it is. So and the life is really a stage. It's like you are an actor upon it. Make it a comedy, make it joyful as much as possible. That is your new mission, to make this life. Well, everybody, I don't mean to command anything, but to make life as pleasant as possible. For like comedians are they're very respected in society, but I think it's a very noble mission to make things okay, to laugh, to enjoy life, it's very precious, I think. Although we learn through trial and error, it's for we still seek to find. Because all the conflict that we see in the world are manipulated from behind the scene to create fear, to separate. But the peace and unity of the people will dissolve the power, is dissolving the power of the controllers and all the marionette, all the puppets on the earth stage. For the power of the light is gaining strength and momentum. It's been going on for decades now. But from a material point perspective, the world of spirit is like a dream. It's like too good to be true. It's like it's something that, and it is from that standpoint. It seems like a dream, but from a spiritual point of view, it is this life that is a dream. It is not real. It is just an experience that we came to experience down here. So it's like we have to understand material reality is just not real. It's just a provider of experience. But finding the light within so much darkness is a great deal provides inspiration. If you can be in the light regardless of the darkness that's in the world, it provides great inspiration, and also for other civilization. If they see if they can do it, we can do it too. That gives them a hope that, because there are a lot of civilization in this part of the galaxy that are ascending and looking for solutions, and so if we can do it, they can do it, and so it gives them hope, and so we eventually we will reconnect with all kinds of other collectives. And so just in this stage of life, just be of goodwill and assistance to God, and with the assistance of God and Spirit. And when you assist life, you assist God, because God doesn't need anything. If He needs you, it's for to help His creation. It's not like God is in need of anything. So. Yeah, what we seek is to find solace, a resolution from the past, and to create our rewards. For it is a testing period that we've been through, a great deal of tests, but it is not God who tested us once again. God is not in judgment, he doesn't need to test. He already knows if we're going to pass the test or not. It is our soul that is working with us to prepare us. Are we ready to receive what we've been asking for? Or whatever lessons we need to learn, or good deeds, or whatever. And because the yeah, read all my notes. It's important to realize that we all come from a very different planes of reality. Our origin is absolutely unique. Then we had a story in the universe that is unique, and then we all chose for different reasons to come into this earth with very different origin and different energies, and that's why it's so much diversity in the behavior of human beings and their perception of life and reality within the same field of reality, that is the physical. But it's since we're all very, very different, then we have a unique history here on the planet, and we have a unique destiny, a unique ascension process. So it is, but we have to respect the fact that everybody is where they are. It's like, do not be distraught by the complexity of the vastness of the Creator's plan. And the light is also the dark souls are also awakening. They also have to face the light, and we're here to give them an opportunity to come back to the light. But God only knows the plan He has for each soul. For the new earth, it's about also a lot of invisible reality that are going to be visible. For there will always be new reality to perceive beyond the reality that we perceive. It's part of the process as we move through for now on the 12th sub-dimension of the 12th dimension of our sub-universe. We progressively liberate ourselves, so we get to the 12th dimension. We rejoin the unity of the ascended master collective that is aligned to the 13th dimension, which is a bridge to celestial higher realms. But we eventually, we progressively, fifth and sixth and seventh and even the fourth dimension, we like peeling out an onions until we're gonna find the heart. So just stay very positive. There's so many miracles that are about to unfold. For we are part of this divine whole, regardless of what this part or that part is doing. So it's like to always see the harmony, the Tao. And yeah, that's what I think. That's what I wanted to discuss today. Just one last thing is that because we are so unique, we want to know who we are, to remember who we are, where we come from, who we are, and where we are going. Then we also, in this process, we come to realize, we can understand that who is God, who is the Creator, the idea of God, the ideals of God, and the reality eventually of God. And there is a third thing, that is, who are we going to become as we unified ourselves with, we have no idea, but that is we're going to come to become one with the presence of the source, of the Creator, the great I Am presence, which is like a passport to paradise, and this fusion between the immortal soul and and the presence, the I am presence, is a passport to paradise, which also gave a passport to paradise to our guardian angels, and they will follow us. For them, it is an opportunity to access, also to achieve, to come along with us. So, well, I hope this message was interesting for you. I'm gonna maybe pull a few cards, sing a song, and wish you a good Sunday. There's so much that is preparing. It's like it's a bit distractive to see what's priority. I thought I'd make a message today, not to get so the observer of the day is not to get lost in the labyrinths of the mind. Very, very important. And because we may be pulled in two different directions. Sometimes we there's a certain level of hesitation. Do not worry about it, just relax about it. The highest wisdom is the delay, to understand that certain times things will happen in due time. What we need to understand is the past lives. It's very important. I was talking about those past lives. For me, it's like certain of those past life makes me to be able to eliminate the illusions around that, and in order to discover the strengths that can come from turning strengths into weakness into strength, to turn darkness into light. What we need to do is the creator, to be empowered, to be really anchored within our light. And the outcome is the full. It is the freedom from fear, to be completely free from fear, to complete the cycle. It is really the full is really the card of completions. After the delays, when the delays end, when we understand the delays, there's going to be adventures, new adventures. It's so amazing what's presented before me in my consciousness. When I come back, wake up in the morning, it's like, whoa, I come from a world that is so different from my present reality, but I know it is a preparation for what is to come, and I'm just so in gratitude. For the what we need to understand is the past life, but it's also the moon, it's also the shadow, the illusions, those in between states. And for the tiger of fear, we shouldn't be afraid of this flowering, of allowing ourselves to be the lotus, to be the cause and the effect. How we make our leap into the future through playfulness. So that's good. That's a good sign. That's what's going to be happening for this is a reading basically for the holiday season. What the tiger of fear looks like, the lovers. Do not be afraid of this of deep intimacy to be one with someone that you can completely be open. That's why how I read it. I feel for me there is a relationship that is coming very soon. And there may be a fear of that because it's like the unknown, and there is all the past experiences but we do not want the future to be too much conditioned by the past. We want to come into something completely new, and the tiger of fear, where our heart will lead us to go, because once we get free of fear, it's like we follow the heart, and here it leads us into consciousness. It is the power of the Excalibur, the blue light of the Creator, the power of clarity of mind, of consciousness. So we're really getting ready for wonderful things to come. Well, I hope you are. I hope this you will receive the blessings from heaven. You continue to call on your guides, call on your angels, call on your Creator, call on your friends in the spirit realms as well. Some of them are just your friends, your family. And they will come closer. Well, I'm going to finish with a song. I thank you so much for liking, for sharing, for commenting, and subscribing. It really helps the channel. And I'm going to need to get more known, to enter into the stage. For we all live within the stage of our life, our little life. But there is the political, mediatical stage that is the main stage where like the whole of humanity is watching. And at some point, we're going to need to come into that. I've been on the astral plane. I've been in communication with many actors from that stage, but I feel at some point I'm going to need to come, very soon, I'm going to come into things are accelerated, it's probably faster than I would want to, but I think there's really no choice. Really, we're going to come into a place where there is no choice. So just be ready for the best, and trust the process, trust I'm finished with this song, and thank you so much for your donations. It's really helpful right now. I will soon be able to move into that new state. A lot of traveling coming as well. So I'm finished with this song. It's very. I had this song Pharrell Williams, Happy in my head, but don't feel like singing it. But maybe it was a good song. It was a good energy. But this one is easier to sing. It's called All My Loving. Close your eyes and I'll kiss you. Tomorrow I'll miss you. Remember, I'll always be true. And then while I'm away, I'll write home every day. And I'll send all my loving to you. I'll pretend that I'm kissing the lips I am missing, and I hopes that my dream will come true. And then while I'm away, I'll write home every day, and I'll send all my loving to you. All my loving I will send to you. All my loving, darling, I'll be true. Close your eyes and I'll kiss you. Tomorrow I'll miss you. Remember, I'll always be true. And then while I'm away, I'll write home every day, and I'll send all my loving to you. All my loving I will send to you. All my loving, darling, I'll be true. All my loving, oh, all my loving, I will send to you. Well, I'm sending now all my loving to you. I wish you a good day, a good week in preparation. Let us get ready for wonderful. For it is what is coming is really many people will have to face many things in order to find their freedom. So just allow yourself to find your own rhythm, to find your own flow, to allow everybody else to be within their own flow. And because if you go into the flow of somebody else, you can, if their flow is like chaotic, so or too slow, it's like to be the right rhythm, not too fast, not too slow. And the observer of the day is trust. This trust is this angel Daniel, card of trust. Then the highest wisdom is the angel Laiel. It's about forgiveness. Forgiveness for yourself. You deserve forgiveness. You deserve rewards. You deserve peace. You deserve joy. You deserve, and forgive others as well, of course. What you need to understand is optimism. To stay very optimistic is very important. The more we can keep a high frequency, the hope and optimism, the less resistance we will have to receive the change. The less resistance there will be to the change. What we need to do is temperance. To always have this light part of us that is dominant, to always be conscious, to not to forget that there is higher consciousness that is always there. We can always return to it, even if we forget it. Sometimes we need to go into another realm, but then we always need to have this presence of mind to return. To return to the outcome will be the light. Is the angel Lahael, and the angel of temperance, Nemamia. And it's Michael here. That's the angel of optimism, Archangel Michael, well, Angel Michael. For there are so many angels. There are more angels than human beings, and they will discover them. This angelic kingdom, they're wonderful beings, and so the outcome will be the light. And just be prepared. I really hope that I will be able to have very festive holiday season and to move into this new year with a lot of new energies to get prepared and to repair, to prepare, and to get the whole process, this new process and on the way. Well, thank you very much. Wish you a good day, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.